receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the California Golden Bears, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room, it's Brink. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title game.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So,
Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
and these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll try the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
He wants to change this route. Garcia to pass. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that is a backbreaker for the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. And the ball's out there after it. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
3rd and long. No secret what he needs here.
What the fuck?
Spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Oh, I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
Now, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Wants to keep it in the air. Close to the marker. It's caught. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on his way to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first. He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the... and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Bear.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the chute, quick cross to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback. He makes a sure tackle. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy who can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Garcia wants to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
Yeah, it didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on the screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking to pass. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Soft spot in the middle. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bray. Turning it up. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cal. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
With the catch, it's Martin. Gets
It's
away
a
from
fucking beef.
racing down the right side. Touchdown, Brewer. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I'm a play caller nowadays. Man, I want more guys like that. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And why Watch the offensive line here. They all block run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Good job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls out.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Complete.
It's always a fucking
He's not going to get there. Stops short on fourth down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Garcia to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Time to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Lost a throw on first down. Lines a man in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Garcia wants to throw. Got it in the middle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum on another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Ripping up a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. Back to pass. He spins that thing down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Still in their own territory, they'll go for it on 4th and long from their own 42. Finds his tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TF up.
Catch in the middle, it's James. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The sure hands. It's James. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Yeah, you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grab behind the line. It's Bray. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Coming out with it, it's Martin. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Just like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Under fire. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Making side adjustments here. Garcia to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. The sophomore making a big play, falling in that pass.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on second down. Dumps it to the back. That's caught. It's caught.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Bruins are on the move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Using the quick game. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Garcia wants to throw. A strike downfield. Good play. Nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Caught in the backfield, it's McClain. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
Quarterback making checks. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
It's a dude. That's 3.
Red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Pulls it in. It's Ellison. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Finds the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football. Picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the 4th quarter. There's just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back. But could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Quickly to the tight end. Brings into the open. Got some room. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this offense has got to keep an eye here now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get low.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, UCLA. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bringing it out. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Golden Bears. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll go to the ground. He's in open space downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this thing.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Fires to the big fella. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
That's some bullshit, man.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Garcia to pass. Unleashes one. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I'm I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire.
Another that's really always going to drop it.
This is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
He's got his man. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Just keeps slinging it. Finds his man. It's Flores. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Garcia wants to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll return it. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Give to the running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Turning it on. He's all the way down to
have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out and find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you just see. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. If you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another...